What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. And today we're going to be going into price action on Bitcoin and Electroneum. I'm going to be going over a little bit of bullish news and going over my channel. And if you guys think that sounds interesting to you guys, be sure to subscribe and like, as I do this every single day. Let's dive right into the price action, guys. So Bitcoin over the night had a bit of a sideways and upward motion from yesterday's low of 9,050 all the way up to 9,500. I called that one, guys. And then a little bit of a sideways motion going on right now, bouncing around in this ascending triangle. And guys, we all know where ascending triangles break. They break where? To the upside. So I think we're going to be getting a break up to the $9,800 level. Maybe a little taller there. $9,800 level. I think that's where we're going to break out of this channel. And that's where I think it's going to be going for the Bitcoin price, guys, just by analysis. And there is a lot of indecision in the market still, guys. So it's interesting that we've had a lot of these resistance lines at the $9,500 mark, the $9,800 mark, the $10,000 mark, and they all turn into resistances and supports and yada, yada, yada. But guys, the $9,000 mark is just a big point for Bitcoin, and a lot can happen. You know, a lot of people want to get in right now, but they're too cheap. And trust me, as the price goes up and we reach these new all-time highs, you're going to be missing these prices. That's all I can say. On a little bit on Electroneum, we've had a break to the upside now. Finally, guys, okay, we're touching the top of this red box and the top of this resistance line. So hopefully we can break out of it. I've been talking about it being bearish for some time now. Even though I wanted to be bullish, okay, I'm very bullish on this coin in general, but like the charts are reading bearish right now. We've been in this long descending channel, and finally breaking to the upside. The EMA is reaching closer towards the 55 EMA. The Bollinger Bands, we are breaking towards the upside right there. So let's see if we're getting a little bit of a trend reversal and we hit 0.007 and hold there, or at least start to break out of this channel. That would be a really good sign for Electroneum. So let's see where we're going. But right now we're getting a little bit of a reversal going. So let's see if it remains stable, guys. You'll know in the video tomorrow if it did or not. Be sure to subscribe and like, guys. I do this every single day, and every bit of your support is greatly appreciated. I am a new YouTuber, so every bit of like and subscribe is everything, guys. I've actually gotten a lot of subscribes in the last few days, so thank you so much for your support, guys. It means the world to me. So guys, on some bullish news right now, Bitcoin market's dynamics see change after the BTC reward halving. So a lot of people thought that the market was going to go up right at the halving. I did not. I thought it was going to go up about a year to 18 months later. And that's when I think a lot of the smart money believes it is too. So I think there's going to be a lot more weeding out over the next year. And maybe we'll see some double-digit Bitcoin by the end of the year, but it's not going to be 20,000. I'd be very surprised. At least that's my prediction. A month has passed since the 2020 Bitcoin BTC miner reward halving, and a lot has happened for the predominant cryptocurrency since then. From changes in investors to trade behavior to an exponential growth in institutional interest, the halving seems to have marked the start of a new reality for the Bitcoin market participants. In fact, some believe that the 2020 has the fundamentals to be the great year for Bitcoin in terms of price visibility. A recent report by Bloomberg even expects Bitcoin to outperform its record prices from 2017 and go as high as 28,000. Recently, Simon Dedek, a founder of cryptocurrency analysis company BlockFi, even went as far as to say that 150,000 could be a target in the case of a bull run. Guys, yes, a bull run, but when is it actually going to be kicking in? Just moving sideways and slightly up is not a bull run. It could be the very beginning of a bull run, but when you guys see a bull run, if we look at Bitcoin during the last bull run, check it out here, guys. Look at this. Now that's a bull run. Okay, so from 2015 to 2016, doubling in price. Doubling in price. More than doubling in price. What is that, from 400 to 900? So that's more than doubling in price. And then to 2018, you guys all know what happened. Okay, so that's a bull run, guys. So we haven't been in one since then. The closest thing we've had to it was the rise from mid 2019 up to the 14,000. Okay, guys, so we still have a little bit of a ways to go before we can start to call this a bull run. Just because we had a big crash and a bounce back doesn't mean we're in a massive bull run, but we are still in an uptrend, if you want my opinion there. I feel like we're in an uptrend still. And yes, we have broken below it a little bit, but it doesn't mean that we're full on bear mode. And as I said, we're still in this ascending triangle, and I think we'll break to the upside, the $9,800 mark there. But as institutional interest, a veteran hedge fund manager, Paul Tudor Jones, showed his appreciation for Bitcoin and revealed a stake in the digital asset, stating the best profit maximized strategy is to own the fastest horse. If I am forced to forecast, my bet will be on Bitcoin. So he is betting on Bitcoin as well, guys, as am I. And I think there's going to be slightly a decoupling from the traditional markets as well, whereas everything was kind of coinciding together because of the pandemic. As one thing crashed, everything started to crash. The Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, every little thing, Bitcoin even crashed as well. But Bitcoin, unlike everything else, recovered within a month, literally from 9.7 to 9.7. So in essence, it went all the way down to 3.7, from 9.7 to 3.7 back up to 9.7 again. And I think, Bitcoin just showed everyone that just how strong it really is. But we're going to see more of a decoupling from traditional markets coming up, and the correlation for traditional markets in both stocks and gold has been a major point of discussion in the Bitcoin world, one that has intensified greatly before the halving and following the Black Thursday crash on March 12th. That's what I was just talking about. While some pointed to the correlation between Bitcoin and the stock market as a breaking factor for the digital gold comparison, it's worth nothing that all markets tended to trade in a fairly correlated manner amid the coronavirus crisis. And that's just what I was talking about. With the crisis going on, everything almost traded alike in a correlated manner. While the correlation between the Bitcoin and stocks market remains, and with Bitcoin's correlation with the S&P 500 reaching its highest point since January 2011, data suggests the relationship between major markets and Bitcoin tends to shift just before and after each halving event, which means the investors may be continuing to see a decoupling from stocks in the second half of 2020, especially as the effects of the pandemic decrease. So as the effects of the pandemic start to go away, things start to become back to normal, I think that we're going to start to see Bitcoin start to rise and act like its own asset and not be mimicking these other markets or vice versa. According to Matt DeSouza, the CEO of Blockware Solutions, a hedge fund manager, the correlation may come back as Bitcoin matures as the asset class. He stated, I think as more institutions get involved, the more correlated Bitcoin will get with other assets. When the same people start owning the same assets or have access to the same assets is when you start to see correlations develop. So not everybody has the same opinion, I guess, and that's just the way it goes. And there's the Bart Simpson guys that we saw on June 12th. Manipulation? Who knows? Could just be one guy coming in and a bunch of people selling off. It could be several things. But I still think we are on an uptrend, guys. And that's just the facts. And for the road ahead, although only 1 month since Bitcoin having its past, things seems to be heating up for Bitcoin as institutional interest soars alongside general derivatives volume. 1 week after the event, data from crypto data company The Tie showed Bitcoin's sentiment is the highest that it has been since 2017. So I think, guys, that Bitcoin is just on the verge of a big move. We just passed the reaccumulation phase. The expansion phase was before that. The accumulation stage before that. The bear market before that. And before that was then finally the bull market. So we have looped around totally and are back at the bull market stage. So I think it's just a matter of time before we start to see matching all-time highs and even touching a $15,000 Bitcoin. But first, we have to establish support at the $10,500 level and then actually break it. But we still have to make do at the $9,700 level, the $9,900, the $10,000, and so on, before we can start to think about these massive levels without manipulation. So guys, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I've been getting a lot of subscribers in the last week. I've gotten many in the last few videos. I went from 28 subscribers yesterday to 34 this morning. Guys, that's awesome. I love getting this interaction. I love that my channel is getting pushed out there and you guys are just supporting the hell out of it. So thank you so much in advance. I'm going to keep making videos. I do this every single day for you guys. I am Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.